Another day and another week. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Kane. This is the Midday Show, and welcome all over the world. Although I have to say, our regular audience member from Sydney, Australia, has had the temerity to come into England, but not on a little boat, came in properly. Okay, you know him, you love him. Let's find out what this rapscallion has been up to over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Longie Long.
Hello, Wasterly Wogan, Rapscallion at your service. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
More importantly,
Yeah.
how are you?
How am I? Well, we'll get on to that in a bit. How was your weekend?
Yeah, fine. I want to know how you are.
I'm recovering, but I think up here it's quite difficult. I keep getting flashbacks of the pain that was making me hallucinate and stuff like that, and you get very gun shy that it's going to return. Now I know logically, intellectually, it's highly unlikely, but it was so all-consumingly agony that I'm living through this. I'm trying to process it all, Longie. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to process it all. I think it's hit me a lot harder than I was anticipating. That's the truth. I've always been honest.
I would try havening. It's the Paul McKenna.
Yeah, the havening thing.
Treatment. We could do it after the show if you like. Hell, could do it live.
Yeah, well, we do it live. We could do it live. I mean, we give help to everybody else. I don't often ask for help, but you know.
No, you didn't ask. You have to ask me. I can't force it on you. I can't. I wouldn't be right.
You're not forcing it on me. I'm very happy for you to.
Okay. Paul McKenna once treated a lady who'd had an operation for cancer, and her fear, just like yourself, is I'm not saying yours was cancer, but it was going to return.
Yeah.
So they did the havening treatment, and they cleared it. So I'd have to look it up quickly to get it right.
It's all right. It's okay. There's lots of loads of other things to talk about. I'm sorry. I am bored with myself. I mean, I'm fed up, sort of feeling this way. It's a kind of malaise, and I'm recuperating and all the rest of it. I find it as equally boring to talk about it as to live through. It's not what I want. But I do I've got a funeral this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because it's important to. I don't know what it is. It's important to have things to do, and it's important. I believe this is why I could never retire. It's important to feel that you have a purpose.
Absolutely.
When you wake up, I got a question for you, Neil Long. Why aren't we multi-millionaires like Paul McKenna? Where did we go wrong? This is the question. Because, as you know,
I don't.
Yeah, we don't know.
No, I didn't. That's not what I was going to say.
Gents, Merry Monday. Currently overdosing on cheesecake left over from yesterday's lunch. Good to see, Mr. Lyons. Good to see that you're still on the health kick and eating well.
To answer your question, I think everyone's got the potential to create money. And if you read it's by Paul McKenna, Power Manifesting, or another one of my favorites, Creating Money, Attracting Abundance by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer, which is not one of the better known ones, but it's really, really good book. And that's just the process of manifesting it. There's many books that can give financial advice and all that sort of thing.
Sure.
So it's possible for anybody, I would say, mainly.
To manifest stuff. So I know what it means. Run by in your head. But then I'll give you what my view is. What is manifesting?
Manifesting, I suppose, is bringing the invisible, your thoughts, your ideas, into the physical, if you like, in the sense that the world is a palette and we all create within that palette of the world, if you believe that. And that might seem a bit out there, but if you think about it, everything that we know today, it must have started as a thought in someone's mind. A road, a computer, Disneyland.
Yeah.
It had to be an idea first,
Is it?
and the idea was focused upon, blah, 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 etc., etc. And then it came into the physical. Dave Sleet's organization, it began as an idea. It didn't just poof appear. You know, it began as an idea. Even Scottish cheesecake, somebody had the idea for cheesecake first, and then
Cake made out of cheese. Fat Scotty, I think Paul's career took off when he did your name ident voiceovers on Capital.
Well, mine or yours, Russ?
Didn't do mine.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, so I like to think I'm responsible for Paul McKenna's incredible success.
Yeah.
But he says in his book, it's been ups and downs. He almost lost it twice. So we're all on our path with our ups and downs and lessons learned and all that sort of thing. But it's not. But the principles he talks about and teaches are not for some people and not for others. The universe doesn't play favorites. The universe doesn't say you can't have it because you're Jewish, or you can't have it because you're not Jewish. You can't have it because you're black. You got blah, blah. That's bullshit. That's just human stuff. Yeah. But so they're universal principles that apply to all. And if we choose to use them, then pretty cool.
See,
what did the first person that milked the cow think they were doing? I wonder. I do wonder how some of these discoveries came into being, Graham.
You're sitting there in your cave or whatever, and a cow wanders by, and I go, "I've got a fantastic idea, boys, because we're having to have black coffee. I'm going to go over there and sort of mess about with its udders, and we might get."
That's not what happened. Those long winter nights had to pass somehow in the caves. I'm sure that's not what actually happened. I think that's where Graham's going. You dirty boy.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Dirty boy.
Yeah, we like him. Fat Scotty, now I don't know if he's just being, silly and frivolous.
I think he's being facetious.
Is he happy as a millionaire? Is he? I don't know. Paul marches to his own drum.
As we all do.
Yeah, I saw him.
Oh, here's an interesting question.
About a year ago. John
Ambrose, would you ever do the flying eye again?
Never.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No. I wouldn't. Would I ever do it? No, I would never do it again.
But they don't even have it anymore. It doesn't exist, John.
Because technologies, everyone's got a sat nav. You don't need somebody sitting 1,000 feet above the street telling you there's a jam. You've got it on your little screen and you've got it on your phone. We didn't have that technology flying. I started the flying eye.
It's a shame that you didn't do the voiceovers for the sat navs. That would be really good.
The reason is, I'm not that person anymore. And I started it in 1984.
I'm listening. I'm just looking up Havening so we can talk about it.
41 years ago it started. And then I ended in 2004 after I signed a 2-week contract, which lasted 20 years, bizarrely. So, would I do it again? No, it was lovely. It's very interesting you asked this. This is the question coming in from John O'Ambrose, would I ever do it again? And, when I've been talking to Tarrant over the years, there was a lot of demand from other radio stations. It wouldn't be Capital, by the way, because it's now global and it's just, a slave to the share prices is what it is. But there was a lot of demand from other radio stations. Let's get the team back together and slot it in. So, get me and get Chris, maybe get Cara, who knows, and recreate it. And I talked with Chris about this. And we both were of exactly the same opinion. And the answer was no. It's very flattering, of course. Lovely to be asked, of course.
Why was the answer no?
I'll tell you why. It's for several reasons. One, we're not the same people anymore. We're different people. We're much older. And I think it is so much better to leave people with very happy memories, because the main answer would be, and Chris and I were both exactly the same on this view, that people's expectations would be so high and we could never deliver that.
Well, they did.
Ever,
They did try and
ever,
recreate.
ever.
There was a station that tried to recreate the old Capitol. I think they have Foxy, Pat Sharp, me, and it just wasn't the same.
You can't do it. You know, things. It's a great thing, as we all know. You got to, this is a great song. I've forgotten who it's by. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. It's about meeting a gambler on a train.
I know exactly what that song is.
Yeah, you know when to hold them, know when to fold 'em.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers Gambler.
Yeah, it was fabulous, but you can't recreate that. And the audience would be so much older. Their expectation would be crazy high, and we'd never deliver it. And what would happen is they go, well, maybe it wasn't so great after all. Maybe I just made it up. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, the gambling, Neil said. And it would just be disappointing. It would be a disappointing experience for everybody. Dave saying evolution only works in one direction.
It also works for Boyzone and the Backstreet Boys.
I was waiting for that. I was about to say Harry Styles, and I thought Neil's going to do a gag. I'll leave the door open there. Now, yeah, but here's the thing. It's all right. Here's the thing. There's an interesting point. Oh, come on, Russ Kane. Godfather 2 is Godfather 2, my favorite film of all time. The film I've seen more than any other movie. Godfather 2 is magnificent. But you had people in that. Sorry, I'm dying here. You had people in that movie, actors at the very top of their game. And with the best will in the world, Chris and I couldn't replicate that. We just couldn't replicate it. Or it would be us pretending to be as we were in the 80s and 90s. You know, doing an ersatz version of me and CT. That wouldn't be right. You can't go back. You've got to go forward. You can't go back. I'm not that guy anymore. You know. Hang on. Important news coming in. Hello, Russ and Neil. Just got to make a sandwich. Be with you in a minute. I'll alert the media. With it, what have we got here? When the names of your day left Capital, other stations picked them on. It wasn't the same. You know, this is my point, and this was Tarrant's point. You'd ruin the memory. Everybody to this day says lovely things, and it's very flattering. I'm astounded people. I know people think I'm making it up. I'm astounded people remember.
No, come
it's
on.
Lovely. No, I am. You know that. I've talked
it's
about
no surprise to me that people remember it well. Hardly.
It's very, very nice. But I mean, I haven't done it for 21 years. So, but it's lovely and it's very flattering and it's very nice. But I think you would trample on people's very special memories trying to recreate it. I mean, it's interesting. Even an example much closer to home. You had this is just an example. You had Tiswas, which, you know, when my kids were little, we used to watch, of course. And there was Tiswas, and it was a huge hit. And it was a kind of accidental huge hit. It was meant to be a children's show. And the mums and dads and grandmas and grandpas enjoyed it as much as the little kids.
It became cult viewing, didn't it?
Yes, it did. And then they thought, wait a minute. The television mandarins thought, you know what, we've got something fabulous here. We can really rinse this. Let's do the adult version. The idea is that when the adults get home from the pub, switch on the telly and watch OTT. But it wasn't the same. I'm not saying it wasn't popular, but it wasn't the same. If something is, I haven't really thought about this, but if something is organic and it happens organically by chance and it works, when you sit around a conference table or a boardroom table, you know, with your marketing team and try to recreate it, the magic, the magic is lost because it's not organic. For the breakfast show, as Longie knows, we did 9 pilot shows and they were absolute crap. They were awful, because we were very regimented, trying to do it, trying to work out who we all are, trying to work out our roles and everything. They were terrible shows. Thank God they never went to air. And when it just happened naturally and everybody kind of just left us alone because it was making so much money. It's the only reason they left us alone. It was making a fortune with advertisers. It became a hit, but it was organic. No, you
Uh,
see, Graham, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. We're all, I think,
I'd love to do that for one weekend, wouldn't you?
no. I tell you what, no, because they'd say, "Oh, go up in the plane or pretend to be in the plane," or that. You know, that was 20 years ago. It was lovely, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that now. I would love to hear. Yeah, there's a part of me. Would I love to hear it again? Yeah, but we're. I mean, I'm a realist, Neil. I'm so much older. I've been so much more beaten up by life. I'm not that guy. I'm this is the version of whoever I am at this point in time.
Well, let's just say it's left people with some precious memories. Many,
That's beautiful.
millions,
And my bit,
millions.
and my point exactly is,
I mean, you talk about purpose.
I would hate to do anything to detract and spoil those fabulous memories. It's like, you got a favorite restaurant, you go back, it's changed hands, the food's not the same, the atmosphere's not the same. You think, well, I wish I hadn't come back now. I wish I'd remembered it as it was. But nothing stays static. We move on. And as Dave Sleet said, we evolve. Speaking of evolving, the lovely Liz Saul. Hello, Liz. In her lunch break, probably having a sandwich in the car. She works around the clock. And what have we got here? BRMB. Is that Birmingham?
Yeah, that was the capital equivalent. That was the Birmingham equivalent of the Capital Breakfast Show. Les Ross.
BMB famously botched its breakfast show format by making Les Ross double head with a co-host, and it felt,
Who was it? Les and who? Fat Scotty.
Oh no, it couldn't be done. You can't fake that. I mean, look, let's be honest. It was only about the money. The radio station loved us because they were making so much money from us. Be honest about it. It's commercial radio. That's what it's there to do. And it was a huge hit, and everyone's going, well, leave them alone. Leave these idiots alone, and they can just be a cash cow for us. That's fine. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I'm a realist. So when, oh God, what's it? My mind's gone blank. Guy with ginger hair, Chris Evans. Sorry, I couldn't think. So when Chris Evans set up, and they said, "Oh, that's going to be the end of the breakfast show," they tried to recreate what we had. There was a huge difference, and Neil will know this. The huge difference was when we were laughing, we were genuinely laughing. We weren't faking it. I found it hilariously funny, and we made each other laugh like idiots because we just found it so funny, and we didn't know what was going to happen next, and we were just having fun, and the audience were in on the fun, and it just got silly. It was just lovely.
Perfect. I don't think it's ever been beaten, and I take inspiration from that format of radio to the breakfast show that I do today. Scotty says Susie Becker, Tammy Gooding, and a few others. Now I remember Susie Becker.
We like Susie Becker.
Susie, I see Susie around. I see her about once every 6 months, and she is lovely. And I considered her a name. I mean, she's up there with the Tarrants and you lot. I mean, Susie Becker at BRMB. I thought she was pretty big, and I think she's a great broadcaster. But maybe it didn't work as a double head. I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
The reason is
but she's a great broadcaster.
You did it with Tony Blackburn without warning me, because I did the FM show and the Capital Gold show. And out of the blue on a Monday morning, there was somebody else in the studio, and it killed that show. And they were so rude to me. I don't know I can't even remember who the other guy was. And I thought, well, what the hell's going on here? And then it stopped.
I'm sorry, who was rude to who? I didn't get that.
I went the Capital Gold format, and I'm still friends with Tony. Tony Blackburn, I think, is an amazing man. To have that longevity, that career, it's fantastic.
Still going today.
Stronger than ever. But they changed his format, and that didn't work at all, because Tony is a solo act. It didn't work. I can't remember the name of the guy. He was a news guy, and it was like, this is silly. It's not working. Here's nice praise for you. Love you, Nick, in the morning. Make me laugh out loud. How lovely.
Thanks, Kimmy. We do our best.
This source, excuse me, is saying, I work. Could you read this? I'm running out of puff.
My work, yeah, I hate it when I run out of puff.
It's
My work is done for the day. I'm on my way home in my new car.
Oh, what the hell?
Before I get to report from an outdoor pool as it's hot, apparently. Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, she loves her swimming, so any excuse for her to get swimming, it should be fine. I'm now curious, being a petrol head, I wonder what car this has got.
I'm sure
McLaren? Do you think it's a McLaren? Pagani? Zonda? Could be. Don't know. What do you see your purpose as, Neil?
I'm not
being rude. I don't mean that as a sarcastic way. When you wake up, what is your? That's my purpose.
I do enjoy, Kimmy, making people laugh. I enjoy entertaining.
And you're very good at it.
Thank you.
I
like stand up. I like radio. I like this a little bit more serious, but I like having a chat. So all those things. So you could say my purpose, maybe, I don't know, at some level, is to uplift, to have fun with people, show people not to take life too seriously if I'm not feeling particularly curmudgeonly that day. But I'm kind of done with drunken idiots in pubs when I'm DJing. I'm kind of done with all that. Oi, mate, play my song, they'll all dance.
It's horrible. I don't know how you do it. I am.
No, I can tell you. I can tell you how I survived that because
I don't know, because I couldn't do it.
No. It's very easy. It's easy when you've got the Acme DJ cheat sheet. Okay. Play my song now. Next. No. Answer. No. Customer comment and then answer. Play it again. I missed it. No one will notice. No. What songs have you got? About 15,000. Some people say that to me, and I say, well, it's a bit like going to Tesco's and saying, what food have you got? Could you be a little bit more specific? Can I leave my coat or bag there? No. Can I leave my drink on your deck stand? No.
Oh,
I'm a DJ. Can I have a go? No.
No.
Is that a virtual DJ? No, I'm a proper DJ. Play something I can dance to. Well, I've seen you try, and I don't think anything I could play could make you dance. I don't know what it's called, but it goes like, rah, 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 ba, 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 ba. Go away and find the name properly. Let me use the microphone. F off. Are you the DJ? Take a wild guess. What does this button do? Smack. Teach me how to DJ. No. Put some dubstep on. No. DJing's easy. Anyone could do it. Slap. Play Justin Bieber. Security. Play my song. Everyone wants to hear it. F off. Play my song. Everyone will dance to it. F off. Play it soon because we're going in a minute. I don't care. What? You haven't got it? Call yourself a DJ? Yep. Can you play a song off my phone? No. I never understand that. People kind of bring their own music. That's a bit like going to a restaurant and taking your own food and saying, don't worry about the chef, I'll cook it. It's a bit like going to a lady of the night and say, don't worry, you just stand there, I'll do it myself. I don't get it. Can you not play it on YouTube? About? No. This song's crap. This is when you've got a full dance floor. F off. I work here, you have to play my song. No, I don't. Is this the bar? You're an idiot. It's my birthday, you have to play it. Wrong. I'm a twat list for DJs, and that's how I've survived all these years.
But let me ask you a serious question. It was a very brief period of time when we were at the height of everything going well, and then Cara Noble and I would go out doing DJ shows. I loathed it. She loathed it, but the money was fantastic. Absolutely hated it. Neither of us had a clue what the hell we were doing, but they were just pleased to see us. And I didn't enjoy the experience at all. I liked the money, can't pretend. It was ridiculous.
I loved it.
But I didn't enjoy that experience. It's not me. I'm not comfortable with that.
I did. I loved it.
What was it that you loved? I couldn't wait for it to go. I got there, as soon as I got there, I wanted to go home.
Honestly, it's a bit ego inflating, but I loved being a bit of a name that people knew. I loved saying I worked for Capital. I liked doing my mixing skills with the records, 12 inches as it was back then. I liked running a dance floor. I liked being on the microphone. I like feeling like a bit of a celebrity. It was flipping amazing. And £500
I
for
had
an
no
hour.
idea what to say. I
And
had
500
no idea
and
what to say.
500 and £500 for an hour. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, the money was bonkers.
Extraordinary.
It was mad. Back in the day, we're going back a very long time. But Cara and I, and we had to be up really, really early the next day. We'd be going to all these clubs and things, and we wouldn't be on stage until like 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. Oh God! And then you do your set, and then you get in the car, you go home, get a bit of sleep, and then you start again.
But I remember
enjoy
meeting,
it at all.
before I joined Capital, I remember meeting some of the Capital DJs that were coming out and doing that. I met Mick Brown that way. That's how I got the job at Capital.
Yeah.
And he did it all himself. He'd come in with his records or CDs and he would do it all himself. He'd just sort of stand back and be there to help if needed, but generally he did it himself. But another one, very famous name, who I won't mention, he didn't know what to do. We had to press the buttons for him. We had to queue it up for him. And he would just literally press the button.
Interesting you say that, because this comment's just come up. When we did personal appearances years ago, we got found out none of the jocks could DJ properly. They sent us with the CD mix and it kept skipping. Cue a fast car at the back door for sharp exit.
Yeah, because they might be very good on radio and trained in that way, but live DJing, as Scotty will know, it's a different game, and not all of them could do it. And I had this idea that Capital DJs, they're up on this pedestal, they can do everything. They could probably DJ with one arm tied behind their back and a blindfold, but no. But not Mick Brown. Mick Brown did. He and still does very well.
He's got that personality. Mick's got a very sort of much tougher personality. I haven't seen Mick in years. 20 years I don't think I've seen him for, but he has that sort of personality. It wouldn't bother him. I really didn't enjoy it. I felt very uncomfortable. But we were names. It would draw the crowd. We'd throw out T-shirts or whatever crap we'd throw out, and they were happy, and that was it. But I didn't enjoy it.
And Cara didn't like it either.
No, both of us couldn't wait to get out. It's not who we were, and it's not who we are to this day. We look back on it, and it was like, these places were not always salubrious. It's the middle of the night. It all felt a bit hinky.
There were some that were nice, and there were some that were absolute dives.
Yeah.
I remember once the DJ mixer wasn't working properly. He'd fixed it with a lolly stick, and he had to use that. And it was in this giant hall with lights attached to it. It wasn't like a nightclub. It was just this giant. It was horrible.
God.
But loud, really loud.
Yeah. I mean, we even had at some of the gigs, they had dancers, wearing whatever the hell they were wearing. Not too much.
Not very much.
Not that much. Dancers around the place. I'm going like, what the hell have I walked into? This is my idea of hell. I just want to go.
No, I have to agree to differ with you there. I absolutely
no,
loved
because
it.
you loved it. I got nothing out of it apart from money. I didn't get any emotional. Being a seller. Oh God. Well, Liz, I got a new car saw. Being a female DJ is hard work too. Oh God, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be? Well, yeah, Liz is coming up with some good points. You have to contend with sexist drunks.
And she's right.
I can't deal with drunk people at all. Neil,
and she's
very
right.
good at it. I'm hopeless at it. I don't know what to do. People get drunk and like. Oh,
and she's right. When I teach girls to DJ, because I do. I'm just taking a photo.
You have like a school, don't you? I mean, not like a school, but you train them.
It's the most fun school you'll ever go to. But I teach people to DJ. But there's a whole, I suppose, part of that where we talk about, particularly with female DJs, security. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some blokes can be sexist. Some men find it hard to accept that women can be good DJs. That does seem to be fading somewhat now, but it does exist a little bit. It's like, what, a woman? You know what I mean? And it's having trained some incredibly talented, brilliant women DJs. stroke presenters, I can categorically tell you that that's bullshit. They're different, absolutely different, but certainly not any worse or better, even particularly.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I think we missed unless I'm going mad. Alexis, was it your birthday recently? Alexis Parr. I don't understand your this message. Graham Simpson Reigns. Roman Reigns. Unless you're into WWE, that'll mean nothing. Roman Reigns.
But what we're saying is some men do that kind of. They're either kind of on the pull, or they stand there with their arm on the front of the desk, telling her how to do it. You know what I mean? That kind of the worst kind of mansplaining. You know what I mean? And the girl I'm thinking of has forgotten more than they will ever know, and so there is a bit of sexism. Yes, I won't lie, but but it's not true. I can find no evidence for that being true at all. That girls can't do it.
What do we got? We got all right, I'm going back to see Graham's message. Carry on. I can't even find Graham's message. Alexis Parr. And the rains. Oh, that will be the rain. I got a question. I'm going to change the subject.
Same for comedians too, actually. Just very quickly. I know some fantastically funny women. So this idea that girls aren't funny, yeah, they are.
Well,
yes, they are.
Some girls are not funny, and some guys are not funny.
That's more accurate.
Who's never made you laugh? What professional comedians? You can name one. Who's never made you laugh? I'll start to give you a moment. Sue Perkins never made me laugh. I never even smile. Sure, she's a delightful woman. I'm not being rude about her. I'm talking about as a comedian. Never made me laugh. Never once. Not once. I'm not being rude about her.
Who doesn't make me laugh?
Jo Brand never made me laugh.
Oh, she's got a couple of very funny lines. I won't call her my favourite.
Never.
But again, comedy is subjective. Not everyone likes the same thing. We did a compilation show. We did a charity compilation show a while ago, and there was me. Going to shout out a couple of really funny girls that I know now. Siobhan Dodd, you can check out her podcast. Molly Mull, brilliant. She's absolutely killing it in Edinburgh at the moment with her show, Toxic Femininity. Emily Kate Owen, who's presented on here with me sometimes, brilliantly funny girl and great radio presenter too. So they do exist. Trust me, they're out there.
Well, of course they are.
And everybody was someone's favourite on the night. Some people thought Emily Kate was best. Some people thought I was best. And that's how it should be. That's why a good promoter will try and put a selection of people on.
You see, this is really interesting. We've always said
people that are all.
If you find something funny, it's funny. And if you don't find something funny, it's not funny. It's a personal thing. There's no right or wrong.
Now, Philip, Miranda Hart. Now, I thought she was hilarious, that show, because that show was written about her. Miranda Hart is big and awkward with men. And that was the whole point. That's her whole shtick. That was her she was writing about. That's her comedy lens.
I thought it was... I know a lot of people, I know other female comedians who I won't name, are friends of mine, can't stand Miranda Hart. I've never met her. I'm never going to meet her. So she's just somebody on the telly. I'm just wearing a punter's hat, right? I thought she was hilarious. Now, Mrs. Brown's Boys, I know everybody loathes, kills me. I roar with laughter. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's all right.
And I'm in a minority of like one. I know everybody loathes it with a passion. But weirdly, the guy who played his son, Rory Cowan, who lives in Ireland now, he and I tweet like most days, have a little. I've never met him, but it's very nice. It's really interesting. So, it's a completely personal choice. Alexis Parr has put a thought into my mind, not for the first time. She's very clever. A completely different subject, much more serious. And it was about, she was pulling up someone on the spelling of rains. And when I saw the word rains, as in holding the reins, or reigning as in a monarch.
Yeah, that would be different spelling.
Reigning
Yes.
as a monarch. Okay. Do you? I'm going to just. I'll posit it this way. Every day, I miss Her Majesty, our late wonderful Queen, more and more. And every time the King says more ludicrous, tone-deaf things, I think he's banging a nail into the coffin of the monarchy in this country. I genuinely do. And I've met him 4, 5 times. An amazing guy. But I don't know what's going on here.
I love our king. I think he's great. I don't have a problem with him. He's cool. As kings go, he's all right. He'll do.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, but I'm not a particular royalist, and I don't
Yeah.
politicise it. It's nice that we've got a royal family. I think
Because it's a great
They seem
tourist
to be
attraction.
just as dysfunctional as any other family, if not more.
Probably worse.
I think I'd hate to be part of that family because of the rules or bullshit rules you'd have to follow. I think
Prince Neil. Prince
I
Neil.
think being part of that or in any system with that level of rules would potentially destroy you and put you in a box. And I wouldn't like that personally. You know, you talk about purpose.
Hmm.
Have a look at this.
I see a little Venn diagram.
This is a Japanese concept. It's called ikigai. Okay. And if you look at that Venn diagram,
All right.
4 circles: what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. The intersection between what you love and what the world needs is mission. Between what the world needs and what you can be paid for.
Slow it down, because this is really good. Slow it down a bit.
Okay. So you've got 4 intersecting circles, like the Venn diagram.
Yeah. What you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, what you're good at. All right.
Okay. Now, bear with. In between what you love and what the world needs, the intersection of those two is you could call mission. What the world needs and what you can be paid for, that intersection you could call vocation. What you can be paid for and what you're good at, you could call profession. And what you're good at and what you love, you could call passion. The center where they all intersect, where it's what you love, it's what the world needs, it's what you're paid for, it's what you're good at, your passion, your mission, your vocation, and your profession, all rolled into one little sweet spot. That's called ikigai. So you can fill in those circles. If you're wondering what your purpose is, ask yourself those questions and fill in those circles. What do you love? What does the world need? What can you be paid for? I'd say you're fairly close to it, Russ.
No, I agree. I agree, because all I've ever wanted to do was write, and
writing, communicating,
communicate,
what you love, what the world needs.
Becoming a celebrant, I love doing it. The world needs it.
Yeah, they need compassion and a professional like that.
I'm good at it. So yeah,
yes,
I get
you are. There's no apparently about that. What you can be paid for and what you're good at. So I'd say you're fairly close.
No,
Fat Scotty. Ikigai is not Japanese for a pervy bloke, you idiot. He's a real icky guy.
Always one. Always one. That's a really very, very, thank you, Alexis. That is a really, really interesting Venn diagram. Because when I was thinking about doing the celebrant thing, which was a huge undertaking, I thought, well, what are my strengths? Writing, communicating, and public speaking. Okay, let's combine that.
It's in this book.
Oh, right, is it? Oh, right. Oh, it's in the book. The New Science of Getting What You Want. Power Manifesting.
As is havening, which we can do before the end of the show, if you like.
Yes, please. Now, I can see a movie here. I can see a movie that you've queued up, but I have no idea what it might be.
Well, we're talking about humour, and I thought we might have a break and play one of the funny songs.
Yes, please.
If you want.
I do want. I love your videos.
Okay. Trigger warning.
We gotta before we do it. It's so interesting. I'm going to be very careful here, but Paul McKenna is so screwed up. Okay.
No, he's not.
Well,
I I would ask on what basis you say that, Alexis, because I don't see anything like that.
I'm not going to tell tales out of school. I think he's different. I think he operates. I'm choosing my words very carefully because I like Paul. I've liked him
As
for
do I.
30,
As do I. I don't see any
30
evidence
plus
of him
years,
being messed up.
30, 35 years, and we knew him from when he was, just doing his stuff before he became the Paul McKenna that the world knows. He operates on a very different level to us. Very different. And I think when you've had a success that is very hard to even wrap your head around because it's so huge and the rewards have been so gigantic, I think it will affect you. Hard to cope with that. I'll leave it at that because it's not fair. I'll discuss it with you privately. I'll discuss it
Well,
with
I think what can be
Alex.
said, anyone that's in that field will presumably be on a journey of growth themselves.
Hmm.
And if you're in a journey of growth, stuff is going to come up. Issues are going to come up. Anyone on a journey of growth, issues will come up. If I'm doing personal growth stuff, something will come up for me. And I'll say to my girlfriend, "Oh, I'm having a bit of a shit mental health day." You know what I mean? And she can get a cuddle and it's fine. And what I do find is it processes much faster now. I can bounce back much, much, much more quickly. So less than 10.
Because I'm struggling. I'm going to be really, I've always been
By sitting with it, by processing it and sitting with it. We do that evening in a minute.
Struggling. I don't mean with the show. I mean here.
I'll tell you what, I'll be.
All right, let me be very frank, because then you can do the Longie magic. I'm being honest. I've got the physical side of recuperating from the operation last week. That's one thing, and that's real. Nothing I can do about it. That's real. But the thing is, it's like the old Russell comes back. Come on, get up. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then somebody very sensible says, "You're recuperating. Could you just for 5 freaking minutes be kind to yourself? You just had a major operation, right? We're not out of the woods yet. Be a little kind to yourself." I don't know how.
You can't punish yourself to wellness. That's about as effective as trying to screw for virginity.
Well, worth a shot. But it's
not that people haven't tried.
So, yes, precisely. So when you have a wobble, all right, and I'm having a wobble right now. I don't mean now. I mean I'm having a general wobble, which is I can't sleep. Blah 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 blah. So when you have a wobble, how do you cope? What you're now able to bounce back quickly.
Generally, I sit with it. I'll talk to people who are close to me. They understand. They don't give me a hard time, apart from one who I don't see anymore. I sit with it. I try not to resist it, because if you resist it, it adds another layer to it. I also ignore the voice that goes, "Oh, you're pathetic. This caught you out. Oh, you're nothing." Ignore that voice. That's a little troll. There's never got anything good to say. And what I try and think of is, I think if we've got a higher self, a source self, if you like, a spiritual self, whatever, that's going to operate on a completely different thinking system to our sort of small self here. All right. And it would never hold a thought like that about you. In the same way that if one of your children, who I know you cherish, and particularly when they were younger, not that you cherish them any more or less now, I don't mean it that way, but if they came to you with a problem, you'd hardly punish them, would you? You'd hardly go, "Well," that would be tantamount to a little toddler walking and stumbling. You go, "Oh, you're never going to be a walker. It's never going to work. You're not cut out for walking." It's ridiculous. But why is it when we grow older, we don't treat ourselves with that kindness and self-compassion? Because self-compassion,
I don't know. Maybe we think we're not worth it.
Because self-compassion is absolutely key.
I have not.
Because if you're on any kind of growth process, things will come up. They will.
It's interesting because this doesn't work for me at all, and I'm genuinely pleased it works for Scott Lyons. If I'm having a wobble day, I grab the headphones, scroll through the music library, normally find a track listening. It doesn't do anything for me at all. Nothing.
We've all got to find our own way. I will demonstrate havening before the end of the show.
Yes,
Shall we have a quick
please.
laugh? Laughter's good
Yes,
therapy.
please. Yes. Come on.
I drink up, I can't cool down. The dawn is spinning round and round, round and round, round it goes. What's inside? Nobody knows. Every time I drink a lot, I head off to a certain shop, turkey shop, full of desire. Feed me, baby, let the fire get higher. Have a kebab, yeah. You're pissed and no one will shag, yeah. Have a kebab, yeah. 'Cause no one will shag, yeah. It's only tragic when it's lunch. No one eats them unless they're drunk. Lamb and chicken, salad and sauce. Will I regret it? Yes, of course. I see the magic before my eyes. I feel the magic on my thighs. Just when I think I'm gonna walk away, I see the same scene every day. Had a late night kebab, yeah. And so do moms in their nightwear. They're taking all the 23 kids, yeah. For donor and chips there.
That is so good. I think that's one of your best. I think that's absolutely one of your best because the lyrics are hilariously clever. Well done. That was really good. I like that. I've no idea what's in a doner kebab when it goes round. I'm scared to have it. I like them, but I'm really quite scared to have them. Right. Kimmy Lashmore says this. I disagree. I'm looking after myself more now, 65 years old. I'm pleased you are. I think I'm doing less and less. Yeah. Difficult. Very clever video, if I may say so. Very, very, very clever video. Well done.
So you had to try a bit of havening.
Yeah, a bit of Alan Haven. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This was invented by, and I take no credit for any of this work at all. Paul McKenna.
Plagiarize it. What's he going to do? Sue you?
No, I'll credit him. And it's also him and Dr. Ronald Rudin who invented it. He was a medical doctor and he couldn't quite solve all the things brilliant as medical science is, but he couldn't solve it all. So he was looking, I suppose, for a magic bullet. And about the same time, McKenna was discovering that even with the most clever NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, it sometimes didn't get to the core. And the reason why was because at core, it was a physical issue with a block in the brain, generally caused by trauma of some sort. And essentially, the neurotransmitter door was being left open. So what's meant to happen? We've got these neurotransmitters, and like if you remember at school, there was those little orbs, and the physics teacher would turn them on, and a spark would jump from one to the other. Remember that?
Yeah.
Our brains are like that. They're full of like mini orbs, if you like, and the sparks jump all over the place. If you could see our thoughts now, it's fascinating. I'll try and find a YouTube video and put it on the screen before we go today. It's incredible to see what a thought is. You know, Yoda said, electrical beings are we, and we are, literally. So what happens is, and what carries those sparks from one orb to the other in our brains is something called neurotransmitters. So it's your dopamines, your serotonins, your oxytocins, the cuddle hormone, testosterone, you know, protect and serve hormone, anandamide, the bliss hormone, and others. All right. But when you have a trauma, what happens is, what's supposed to happen is the neurotransmitter is meant to carry the spark, it's meant to be absorbed, reuptaken, and then carry on the process. But what happened is the door is stuck open, so it can't control what goes in. So every time a memory comes up, the spark jumps, and it's like an open door. So in physical reality, we experience that if, for example, let's say a car backfires and it takes you back to when you're on the battlefield, or you hear a firework and it takes you back, and that kind of thing. And all the memories and thoughts and feelings of how you felt at the original traumatic event come back. And that, my friends, is post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Okay. Or used to be called shell shock in the early part of last century. Right. As our understandings have evolved, we call it PTSD. Havening creates delta waves in the brain, which allow this to reuptake. So rather than it hitting an open door, it's just allowed to be reuptaken and back to normal. And we experience that as the experience of that in the physical is rather than being re-traumatized every time something like it, like a car backfiring happens, it would have no more emotional sting than thinking, oh, what shall I have to dinner tonight? Pie or cheese on toast. Just a really non-emotional thought.
Okay.
And they've cleared up cases of really serious PTSD, like soldiers that have seen awful, hideous things on the battlefield. They cleared it up
Things
in
we
an hour.
can't imagine. To be honest,
An hour.
things we cannot imagine.
Right, an hour with these techniques, an hour. Now that's incredible. That's unprecedented. So that's havening. All right, it's called such. It's taken from the word safe haven, and it involves doing this to your arms while doing some visualization. And what this does, it creates the delta waves in the brain, which is a healing frequency, if I can use that term. Anyone that's sort of spiritually minded won't mind me using that term. It's a frequency. It's a higher frequency. It's a healing frequency. It's
How
a
the hell
delta.
do you remember all of this?
I don't know. I'm just quite good at it. So that's what happens.
All right.
Want to try? It's the way a mother would comfort a child. It's kind of self-comforting or self-compassion, if you like. All right. So what I'd like you to do, and it's perfect because you're looking at a camera at the moment, imagine a TV screen in the corner, first of all, about 12 feet away from you.
Okay.
All right. On that screen, you're only going to see movies in black and white.
All right.
Now,
I'm going to see Casablanca. Rio Bravo.
No. There's a bigger star to this movie. It's you. Now, on black and white, I want you to put yourself there now. Who's worried?
I'm looking at a TV screen
with yourself on it in black and white, and that self on the screen is worried. It's having that emotional worry about fear coming back. Can you see him on that screen? He's worried.
I'm trying to. I'm having a bit of trouble. I'm going to be really honest. I'm struggling with this. Not
Take as much time as you need to. There's no rush here.
So I meant to see me in black and white. All right. Okay. I'm in black and white.
At a distance, at a safe distance. Right. Look away from that screen for a minute. Let's just leave that where it is. Come back to me for a moment. And I'm talking to you now in the present moment where now you're not in pain. Everything's fine. You've had the operation. It's downhill all the way now. It's easy. Okay. From now on. Okay. Maybe we're talking in a month's time. And I told you it didn't come back. And you're right. No, it didn't. So that reassured self right now. Yeah. And you do have a time when you felt reassured. If you can't remember, just remember a time when something you worried about didn't happen, and you look back and thought, well, that was silly, and you felt reassured after the event. You must be able to recall something like that, yeah? All right. So take that memory with you. Give it a color if you like.
Boy, this is tough. I'm really struggling with this. This isn't me at all, but okay.
We're nearly done.
Okay, go on.
It's quick. Okay. So I want you to take that reassured self and float over into that screen while you're doing this.
Am I looking at the screen now? Where am I looking?
Float over into the screen. Get into the screen. So there's you, the golden you, the reassured you, if you like, now in the screen with the black and white one. And like you'd comfort a child, just say, look, it's going to be okay. I'm from the future. I'm your future self, and I can tell you it's going to be okay. Therefore, right now, you have nothing to worry about. And let the child process its emotions, or the frightened self, the childlike self. Do this. Do this. And just try.
I'm struggling here, boy.
Take your time.
I'm going to be really honest. I'm not feeling anything at all.
Okay. Then
I wish I was. But no. I'm not going to lie, because that would be
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
How bad is your anxiety about it returning right now?
I'm anxious about a lot of things. On a scale of 1 to 10, 8.5.
All right. Follow these moves. Right. Tap here.
Do what?
Your karate chop point. Tap there.
I'm tapping here,
Yeah.
am I? All right.
Right. Just think of the issue and just say, even though I have this issue, this fear, whatever word you want to use, say it out loud.
Even though I have this issue and fear.
Okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Repeat it twice more. Even though I have this issue.
Even though I have this issue, I'm okay.
Once more.
Even though I have this issue, I'm okay.
Tap here and say, I've always been okay in the past.
Well, I haven't. That's the point. I've always been okay.
Been okay many times in the past.
I've been okay many times in the past.
I realise worry doesn't actually help.
I realise worry doesn't actually help.
I know I'm in good hands.
I know I'm in good hands.
The doctors have my back.
Doctors have my back and my backbone.
My friends have my back.
My friends have my back.
My radio colleagues. Sore spot. It's a tender spot on your chest. You'll feel it. About 2 inches above your man boob. You'll feel it. It's tender. It's on both sides. I'm okay.
Neil, it's not working.
Not at all.
Not at all. Nothing. I would understand. I want it to work. I want it to work. I would love it to work. Intellectually, I would love this to work. Emotionally, I'd love this to work.
You're the same as me. You're the
And
same as me.
I'm feeling silly because
you're not silly. You're not silly. It was worth
feeling silly because I'm not feeling any.
No, you're not silly. It's just a question of finding someone that works for you. You're very intellectually strong. Your intellectual mind is very, very, very strong, and it doesn't step out the way easily.
No. And I feel bad now because I know this works for tens of thousands of people, and
No. Remember,
I was behaving myself when things were really
remember,
bad.
I'm only reading a book. If you were in front of Paul McKenna, it would be a proper session, and he would have loads of things up his sleeve. I'm only reading one chapter from one book, which is worth reading, by the way. You know what I mean?
So it's people have tried to hypnotize me, including McKenna, by the way, and nothing happened. And here's the weird thing: I wanted it to happen. I would have been delighted had it happened. Nothing. I didn't feel sleepy, and I'm not. And understand this: I wasn't in those sessions. And other people tried to hypnotize professionals, talking about magic tricks. You know, when you wake up and you're a dog or some nonsense. I'm not sitting there going, oh, "I'm going to resist it." I didn't want to resist it. I wanted it to work.
Have you ever driven somewhere and got there completely safely, but not remembered how you got there at all?
Always, yeah. I go, how the hell did I get here? Yeah.
Then you have been hypnotized. That's a form of hypnosis. That's called highway hypnosis. All it means is being absolutely focused on one particular thing. So everything else goes out of your awareness. That's all it is. There's nothing particularly weird or woo-woo about it. In fact, not at all. That's all it is. Have you ever watched a TV show and someone's come in the room and you're so into the show, they might as well not be there because you're so focused? That's another
no, because they normally talk to me.
But you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. And certainly you've had the one with the road. That's called highway hypnosis. It's a thing because I get it loads.
So what is it? I don't understand. It's because you're concentrating on driving because everyone's mad out there.
Yeah. So everything else goes out of your awareness.
The food delivery scooter moped.
It's a sense. Trance is not weird. Trance is something we go into in and out of every day, naturally, normally. And then driving is just one example. Watching a TV show you're into, listening to the Midday Show, you know, it's just concentrating on one thing and blocking out all else quite naturally.
Yes.
And you will find something that works for you. Maybe read the book. Try it.
You know, I've looked at those. It's funny. Over the many years, over 30 plus years, I've looked at these self-help books. I've never got anything out of them. I wanted to read it and go, there you go. That's what I wanted. And, you know, like the Anthony Robbins. Anthony Robbins is a multi-millionaire through his work. Huge. I read his book, so I'm like, no.
So what lights you up then?
When am I in the zone? Maybe. Do you mean? Work.
There we go.
Work. That's it. That's when I get in the zone.
Right.
That's when I relax.
Right. And that's when you go into flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Passion.
When I work. Yeah, when I'm at my laptop and I'm working, that's kind of my happy place.
Cool. We've all got our own, and everyone has theirs. You're not different in that sense, or
Well, you
or
feel different. I feel like
no,
you're not.
You're just
Here's the truth of it. I know we've run out of time, but if you've got a couple more minutes, because
sure.
you've gone out on a limb to try and do this to help me. I felt nothing. I wish I had. I didn't, but I wish I had. Now I feel I've let you down because I think, well, that's me. Have I been rude?
No,
Well,
not at all.
that's have I
your
been
inner
rude
voice.
to my friend Neil Long?
No,
doing
you
his
haven't.
best to help me?
That's your inner voice. That's the troll. That's the troll. So
I
that's
get
exactly that's the troll. The one I talk about, the one that's never got anything good to say. Of course you haven't been rude. You tried something. We tried it briefly. That didn't work. If something doesn't work, try something else. That's an NLP tenet.
Yeah.
It's trial and success. Of course you haven't been rude.
Now, who have you? But it's interesting. That's how I feel.
If you just told me to piss off and that my mother used to smell the elderberries, that would have been rude.
Intellectually, I get it, and emotionally, I'm thinking, have I just humiliated Neil? Have I upset him? He's doing his best. He's going out on a limb to help me. Have I just insulted him? That's how I think. That's me being very honest about it.
Well, you haven't. I'm not insulted.
Good. Right. Who's coming up on your Wednesday show?
I don't have a guest yet, but I will announce it on Facebook as soon as I do. I have a queue of people waiting to get on. So I'll do a little Facebook announcement. And you're back on Friday, aren't you?
I will be back on Friday with Jonathan Baz, theatre critic, our fearless theatre critic, and Chantal Rickard's OBE, because you love her. Maybe try using, Jono, I'm trying.
Do you mean CBD or CBT? They're both treatments.
I'm taking a tincture. Does sod all. It's doing nothing.
I got an idea. I got a solution, Russ. Come round here this afternoon and we get really pissed.
Well, if I could only drink, I would take you up on your offer.
But listen,
before we go,
we're glad you're on the mend, mate.
Thank you very much.
And we've got your back.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I just wish my old school friend, I think we've known each other since we were 12 or 14, Patrick Humphreys, one of the best autobiography writers of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, so many more. Patrick Humphreys, 73 today. Happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday,
and brave man for reasons I won't go into.
Do you want to finish on something interesting?
Well, of course. Always.
It starts as a bit of what could seem like a spooky story, but it's not.
Okay.
So bear with me. It could also seem a bit morbid and maudlin, but it ends up quite interesting.
As if that would be me. Go on.
So I'm going to read this verbatim. No name, no papers, just a girl, about 16, pulled from the Seine, the French Riviera, sometime in the late 1880s. No signs of violence, no trauma, just a strange calm on her face, a soft smile that haunted the morgue attendant so deeply he made a death mask. That's the face of her. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
All right.
You should have warned me. I don't like stuff like that.
Sorry. It's not creepy. I know it looks it, but bear with me.
Yeah, bloody does.
It'll recontextualize. Bear with me.
Okay.
Her face was replicated across Europe. Artists called her beautiful. Writers imagined tragic love stories. She became a romantic mystery. L'Inconnue de la Seine, the unknown woman of the Seine. Then in the 1950s, her death mask was chosen as the face of CPR mannequins. So when this came up on Facebook, my girlfriend went, I recognize her. That's weird. And she thought it was a bit spooky at first. And then realized she was looking at Resusci Anne. That's the face used on all mannequins to train cabin crew across the world. She is the most kissed face in history. And it belongs to a dead girl that nobody ever identified. Resusci Annie.
How is that meant to cheer me up?
Well, it wouldn't cheer you up. It's just interesting.
Woman tops herself in the Seine.
I never said she topped herself.
Well, how did she get? Well, she's dead. She's in the water.
Well, yeah, I never said she topped herself. She might have fallen in.
Go for a swim and...
I don't know. I wasn't there in 1880.
Well, you say that. Could have had a facelift. I don't know. Could have been Neil Long. Parisian boulevardier. And on that slightly spooky note,
It's not spooky. She's the
I
most
find it
kissed woman in the
spooky.
world.
I got like the creeps on my shoulders now.
She's the most kissed woman in the world.
That's my dog. Anyway, there we are. Neil will be back.
I'll see you Wednesday, God willing.
Neil will be back on Wednesday. I'll be back with a fair wind of still here on Friday.
We look forward to it.
Few
You take
people
care.
make me laugh as much as Neil. Very few people make me laugh as much as he does. He's a lovely guy.
Right, I've got to cook the girlfriend dinner now, so I've got to
Right,
bugger off.
off you go. Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Bye now.
Good afternoon. See you Wednesday.
Hang on. There we go. Bye.